Dumelang molweni, shakunjani. Welcome to my views, my expressions. And if this is your first time here, please do subscribe, share, utshele nabanye ukuthi we are here and sikuphathele okungaphathwa abaningi. Elami igama usiboniso Sizo owamnikazi Sibongo, and namhlanje we're going to do a preview of the CAF Champions League matches that we're going to witness this coming weekend. Specifically, Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Those are two South African teams that will be busy on the Champions League this weekend. We are seriously going to talk about that, and we want to hear what win. Who's advancing to the next round outside the group stages? Mina angazi, but ngihleli nabantu ngicabanga ukuthi bona bayazi because they know better than I do. On my right, I've got Mfana Nolwazi. Cypos, what teamers?
Good evening, Mzansi. I am Sipo, and we are doing a preview of match day. It's match day 5, right?
Sure.
Of the CAF Champions League group stages, where we see our teams, Sundowns and Pirates, playing against CR Belouizdad and SD Maniema, respectively.
Yeah.
Home and away.
And on my left, I've got the mighty, the knowledgeable, the overrated,
the plum
coach Mpera. What's up?
Sizuka manje but siyabona.
Kube nenkinga abusuzwile. We only see you ugqoke kahle uswenkile amadlala iPirates. Awuswenki mangadlala iPirates.
Yeah, let us meet on Sunday.
Sana uzogqoka wakhe ama-Dimas.
Yeah, ngizobe nami ufuna ngithi ubathusa.
Wow. So usaye bathusa nje.
Hayi bathusa kakhulu mhla uqonyeka ngaba intombi.
Very bright here.
Awuyazi
very bright.
Unyaka ayo uqala ngegame phezulu kakhulu. Ayakho kuba ifuse.
Gents, without any further ado, let us talk about the game that we're going to witness success. At 3 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to see Mamelodi Sundowns facing Iminyama. And the game, Sundowns will be playing away from home. It will be a home game for Iminyama. Remember, the very first game of this group for Mamelodi Sundowns was against Iminyama, and they were playing at home. They played a 0-0 draw, which, in my opinion, Iminyama could have won the game. They hit the woodblock twice, and Williams made some critical saves. I did not see the same on the Sundowns side. Many people complained about that because they thought that Iminyama is not really playing a football that will definitely mean the Sundowns is going to struggle. But they struggled. They could not win the game at home. So now Sundowns will be playing away from home against the very same team. What do you think about that game?
Tough one, eh? But I think Sundowns made their life very difficult in this group. Firstly, by trying in the early stages to not use their regular players. I think that was one of their setback, more especially in this stage of the group stages.
But what do you guys want? You want to see players being rotated, and when they are being rotated, near colorful. What is it that you want?
Yeah, it looks good when rotation works, like when you win. But when you don't, we are always going to have those point outs. We are always going to point out that. And in this game that you just mentioned, where Sundowns played against Maniema, you are right to say Maniema had more opportunities to take 3 points there.
Than Sundowns.
Yeah, than Sundowns. That's true. But I think Sundowns didn't do justice to themselves by changing and making a lot of changes in their lineup, and as a result, Maniema had high confidence because they were their own 11, starting 11 that they've been using consistently against the Sundowns 11 that was trying to gel, And then when they're trying to gel, the game progresses. Maniema knows each other, and Sundowns is still trying to find each other. And then, and then the chances that they got were the results of the decisions that the technical team of Sundowns did on the selection on the day.
Yeah, so moving forward tomorrow again.
Yeah.
What do you think? That is now the critical question. We hear what has transpired, but we are moving forward now. Tomorrow, as we speak, they are there.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be difficult. We know that Batus is not there, Mdao is not there, and who else is Motiba? Oh, Motiba is coming back. In fact, he played against Raja on the last match day. And so coming to tomorrow's game, I'm not sure if Sundowns is going to go all out, which they need to do. And if they do that and they win, I think that should be applauded. But at the very same time, you are a Sundowns spectator watching from far. You are saying maybe I can try and get a draw here and try and go all out against an AS FAR on last match day. But at the same time, you're saying Maniema doesn't have a lot of experience, and they haven't won any game in the group, and you think they are your weakest opponent in the group, and maybe you think you have chances, or you have a chance to beat them at their own background. And then it's a situation of
paradise of the storm.
Yeah. You have to look at all those factors before you take a decision. But I do believe that if Sundowns can have confidence in themselves and have calmness, I have to highlight this and repeat it. Calmness, be able to compose.
And it's silent.
Huh?
Calmness. And it's silent.
Well, it's fine. I'm not an Englishman, and they should try and be composed as much as possible. Not do this thing that they did against Raja. Not try to play the game the opponent wants them to play.
Yeah.
If they can do those things, I think they can be able to get maximum points there. But I'm never as pro. I don't want to lie.
Coach, what do you think? On the team that is traveling to is it Congo?
Yeah, state matches.
Yeah. So was your favorite player Temiko Silonge there? The team that traveled.
I don't know. I don't need him in the team that traveled there. He won't be used. Hey, Baba, he won't be used.
I want you to be embarrassed because I want him to be on the starting lineup.
Listen, he won't be even on the bench. He won't be even on the bench.
In this critical game, one players who are not sure.
Hey, forget, Baba.
He's not sure.
Hey, Baba.
What do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
Hey, Baba. Now, I need to maybe to draw a picture for you, maybe before I say who is going to win and who is not going to win. Very tough environment. It's a hostile environment. It's very difficult to go there and get a victory in their backyard, in their home backyard. It's very difficult. The environment is so hostile. You know when Sundowns usually goes to play there, and the Super Sport, the Pirates usually went to DRC. The environment is always hostile there. Those people, they always have their mind games, but looking at Sundowns as a pedigree have always been on this situation.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear Usipo is talking about that the previous game it was 0-0. For me, this is a total different game because Sundowns has a new coach on the other side. Then I'm looking at the weather conditions that it will be around 29 degrees, so it will be very hot, and then the game will be starting at around 3 o'clock. So I think the South African players, they are used to that environment. Even there, they are used to the same conditions. So there will be no advantages. Unlike when you're playing with North Africans, those the one that they always want to play at night. Then another thing. we saw that Sundowns played the occasion instead of playing the game because of the environment in Morocco. But here in DR Congo, it's different. Yes, the environment is hostile. It's hostile, especially on the hotels, dressing room. But sometimes it's very good on organizing things, even on the channel. The environment is hostile there. But as much as it is hostile, but I think Sundowns is more experienced to play. Remember, Bella, this Manyona team was in Port 4. Remember when we talked about the ports? It's still in Port 4. Sundowns, the odds are saying Sundowns should be winning at all costs, because he knows, even the coach knows, that if they don't win there, it will be very difficult, and the Sundowns will be at the risk of not even qualifying for the knockout stages, because I'm afraid when they are going to play ASFA, because ASFA is on form. But looking at this team, this Merreikh, they have not been playing. Most of their games they've been postponing their games to accommodate for them for CAF Champions League. So they are well prepared. Yes, they are well prepared.
Yeah.
But with that being said, sometimes when you never remember that doctor. Yes, Peter Musaman usually said they were playing against the well-rested teams. So maybe the fact that they are well-rested, they've lost the touch of the competitive game, as opposed to Sundowns that have just played recently. So there are those things. But going through this game, I think Sundowns should make sure that they get 3 points, and then you see them, maybe they will win, maybe. Because what I've noticed about this team, they always concede. Even when they play in their league, they always concede. They always concede. Yes, we played a draw with them, but usually they always concede. Even when they win in their home games, they always concede. So I'm thinking Sundowns will make sure we'll capitalize on that, and then they will get maybe 1-0 or 2-0. I think 2-0. 2-0 is okay. And then I'm also thinking, looking at the team, at how the team is, because right back it will be Merreikh, there will be Williams. I think kuzo Divine Lung on the left, on the left back, and then obvious kuzoba Mkwena, kuzoba Alenda, no more team. I forget about him. But Divine Lunga will play. Relax, Baba. I like it or not, Baba. Divine Lunga will play. Telling you, Baba, because you can't tell me who is going to play if it's not Divine Lunga. And then maybe I'm a center back. I think they will have to have Ukekana no Koza. Yeah, then Mkweni Enka, and then Motiba, no Marcel. I think for them to be effective, for Sundowns to be effective, because they need to start with Kotisang, no Reinasi, no repair, so that Kotisang will be coming into the pocket, so that they can try and find Orenas, because I can understand Sundowns will want to score, but they will make sure that they don't want to concede. And they might suck up the pressure, they might absorb the pressure and try to go on the counter, because it will be very defensive, because what is more important is Sundowns not to lose rather than to win at all costs. But what is important is for Sundowns not to lose. So if they go with that approach and then go with this more or less the same, this starting 11, because they might have an edge over Iminyemale, because those guys, they are not that good compared to us. They are not that quick. It's just that they are too physical. Yeah, they are too physical. So if we can make sure that Sundowns plays well on our set pieces and also the compass part, if we have Abanda Bafana, Marcelo, no Mkwena, no Motiba, those are national team type of guys. Yeah. So I don't think they will be having problems. Sundowns should win 1-0, 2-0, and then they should make sure that they come back at home knowing that they've done their job, they've already qualified, they will just needing a draw, and then these other teams will be cancelling each other.
Okay. Well, that is what they think about the Belouizdad, and if Sundowns wins, that will put them in a better position to qualify for the next stage. But it doesn't mean that they've qualified already. They are in a better position. Anything could still happen in this group. No one have qualified as yet, and no one is going to have like a walkover. But we will see what happens. Another game that we're going to witness on Sunday, Orlando Pirates is playing at home against CR Belouizdad. Orlando Pirates played CR Belouizdad and Pirates won by 2-1 away from home, and they won. The very same CR Belouizdad have played Al Ali, and they beat Al Ali by 1-0. So, as much as they were playing at home, but they beat Al Ali, and Al Ali is highly praised team in this group. So now, CR Belouizdad coming to Soweto, do you think they're going to win, or draw, or lose? The mighty Buccaneers will take this one.
Yeah, I think the first 3 matches of the group, CR Belouizdad were out of the picture. It looked like it's going to be a race between Orlando Pirates and Al Ahly. And knowing Al Ahly always it is a quality some group now, yabo. It is ukushaya ngolalela uzojela so we control or even a tournament yonke yabo. So I was not surprised, although I was surprised to see them losing against CR Belouizdad. But having watched the CAF Champions League for seasons now, and having tracked the progress I was not too surprised with the results that they got against the CR Belouizdad, and considering the fact that it was an away fixture. And with that result, it now brings back CR Belouizdad to the picture to say, we still have got
actually competing.
Yeah, we're still competing, and we are here to compete. And so going to Sunday, it now gives them more confidence and hope that they can maybe be able to progress to the next round. And on the other hand, we have an Orlando Pirates team that did their job to be much less heavy by being able to beat State Abidjan, which they had drawn against them away, and they won against it in Orlando last weekend. So you now have an Orlando Pirates team that says to themselves maybe they need 1 more 3 points to qualify. And then on the other hand, we have a CR Belouizdad that says if you can still maybe get to 1 point away here, or even maximum points, we can be able to progress, because Orlando Pirates still have to play against an Al Ahly team that has already been wounded, and that's will never let it go like that, to be knocked out in the group stages. And so with those factors mentioned, it's going to be a tough game, and I expect a lot of goals to be scored there if CR Belouizdad is not going to hold back. And
who's going to score a lot of goals?
Both teams. Maybe a 3-2 or a 2-2 scoreline. But one fact ngimele ngimention enye futhi le ukuthi kule game CR Belouizdad ne Pirates uNkotha scored two goals a brace, very good goals there. And they were very quick, those goals, which maybe I think CR Belouizdad should look into that and try not to concede as early as possible, because when you're playing away, you don't want to concede in the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game, because that plays in the psychology of the opponent, because almost every home team wants to score in the first 10 minutes to set the tone of the game. And if CR is going to avoid conceding in those first 20 minutes, then that would paint a different picture of the game, and would put the game into a balance, and then we will be set for a very good game between the two teams.
Okay. Then who do you think is going to win?
I think Pirates will maybe be able to get a 3-2 win, or if not, it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Okay, that's it from Sai. Coach, what do you think?
I'm seeing a very difficult game. Very, very difficult game.
Come on, there's Mfukeng, there's Kota,
there will be
Masanganya is also in his game.
Mayo.
Wow.
Who is Mayo now? Oh yeah, the Kansa Mayo on the other side.
Wow.
Why?
You can just hear the hate sniffing in. Okay. You want to come here now? CR Belouizdad. Yeah.
No, ayikho lapho. Ithuba lampela lokukhuluma.
Please go on, Siyabonga.
Remember, Makawula will be back. Umbata definitely will start on this game. Then they'll be Hoda, they'll be Ulo, Van Royen, because I could see they saved him because they didn't have an injury. Then they'll be Ulo, Usesan, and Olo Nusbis, obvious Uchai, with those strikers, with those front four that we have already counted. So I see the game will be very difficult because when I'm looking at CR Belouizdad,
sure,
it's a very tough team. A very tough team. Remember, this team
not easy to play against.
This team has been playing Champions League year in, year out, and then they were always getting out of their groups. They were always getting to the knockout stages. They understand the environment as opposed to Pirate. They just came into the group stages, of which they performed very well because they are still on the top of the log. Remember last time when we spoke about it, I told you that Pirate just need 1 point for them to qualify. Once we have 9 points, after that everything is done. You will qualify with 9 points, because what I know is that when they go away to Al definitely Pirate, they will be beaten. But focusing on this one, I'm telling you, Usepo told you Al they will pretend as if you have a chance here in the group stages. But when it matters most, because Marcel Kola knows that if he doesn't win the Champions League, he's gone. So they will win at all costs, Laban or Marcel Kola, of which is Al. But for this game, looking at
maybe before we look into that game, I'm looking at the table right now, and you are saying if you got 9 points, you are safe. You are Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
If you got 9 points, you are safe. And then you're saying Orlando Pirates going out to Al Ahly, they will probably lose that game. So if they get a draw on Sunday, that will mean CR Belouizdad will also have 7 points. The Pirates will have 9. And then the next game, CR Belouizdad is playing his start Dabjan. So if they win there, they are sitting at 10 points, and Pirates on 9.
Yeah, that's why Pirates has to win because they need to use a home ground advantage.
Yeah.
And I see them winning maybe 1-0. Because I think the game would be very tight. Because I'm looking at the weather conditions, they will be around 24 degrees, so it won't be hot. So it will still suit those guys. Then, but on the other side, the reason why Pirates won they won those 2 quick goals. After that, they were so under pressure. I think they would work maybe twice, if I'm not mistaken. But they were all over Pirates second half. It was just not on the not their day on the day. So when they coming here, they are away. I think Pirate will be using home advantage. I think the setup will be packed, and then Pirate will be wanting to win at all costs, because they know that when they have to go to Egypt and wanting to get the result at all costs, it won't be working in their favor. But even CR Belouizdad will be saying no, we also want to win here so that we can make sure when we go in there on the Eastern Abidjan, because now these teams are all one of them, they are fighting for position number 2. So the priority for them is to win. So they will be playing during that day. So if Pirate will just can take the game to this level and start with a high intensity, the one that they started there, because they surprised them there. But I know Jose Rivero, he always come with the surprises in the way that he starts the game. He always come with the surprises, because I've seen him surprising them there. I've seen him Rivero in this Carling Cup when they did this cup that they beat Merreikh. He came with an element of surprise there. So now I can say, okay, even in this game,
they were beaten by Merreikh. 3-2 Pirates.
No, I'm talking about this
squad.
This squad,
Black Label All Star.
Yeah, that Black Label All Star. Hey, when you go and watch that game, first half. So Rivero wants to win the game in the first half, and then you know the magnitude of the game. Pirate needs to do the job here at home, because they don't have a choice.
Okay.
Yeah. So I see them winning maybe slender 1-0. Yeah, it will be very tough.
And you think it's going to be 3-2?
Because CR Belouizdad, CR Belouizdad, even on their league, is so strong. It's so strong. You may say, you look at them at the table, you see them, they are number 9. Hey, that league, Baba, is very competitive. You win one game there, you are number 2 from number 1. The way that league is so tough, it's so competitive. So I saw them even when they played Halal. Oh, when they played Halal, the intensity, in the home ground advantage.
Oh, I want to start up. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's close. Say, Mamelodi Sundowns against Mnyama.
Sundowns win.
Yeah,
2-0.
Who's winning?
Where?
Sundowns. Mnyama.
1-0 Chief Sundowns.
Sundowns win 1-0. We come to South Africa, Orlando Pirates versus CR Belouizdad. You're saying Pirates win 1-0.
Yeah.
And you're saying
It's 3-2. I don't think there will be a lot of respect for each.
Pirates win or lose?
Win.
Pirates win 3-2.
Yeah.
And they're advancing to the next stage.
Obvious. Once we have 11 points, there is no way you will qualify. No way.
Well, we will see. I do not know. You know it better. And probably no mundo pukela lapo. It's either Usekaya or wherever you are watching my views, my expressions. Firstly, thank you for that. That means a lot to us. Now, the second part, if you haven't, please do subscribe. The third part is you can comment. Please, we urge you to comment. Even if you think I'm a bad he's a bad what, we want to hear that because it is a criticism that will make us grow. And please do share with others. From me now, mfana kamnika to kapela uqotho ujamani maqoqo inkoma lehlangene sengiright angazi umsayi.
Sibonga bafethu. Sobona na Monday.
Angazi.
Sobona during the weekend.
No, sobona nekusasa.
Yeah.
We are here.
Yeah.